Hi, friends. Good morning and happy Friday. Can you believe we've already made it to Friday? As I was getting ready this morning, I found myself reflecting on everything we've talked about this week. We've talked about trying to control everything, about racing thoughts that just won't slow down, about trusting God when we don't have all the answers. And yesterday we talked about not needing to know the outcome. So today, I want to leave you with one simple thought as we head into the weekend. You don't have to know what's coming next because God already does. Now, trust me, I know that's easy to say, but living it, whew, that's another story. Have you ever noticed how much time we spend asking, what if? What if this doesn't work out? What if I make the wrong decision? What if something happens to someone I love? What if, what if, what if? Before long, we've imagined 25 different futures, and most of them never even happen. It is amazing how our minds can write entire stories without a single fact. And here's the problem. Every minute we spend living in those imaginary tomorrows is a minute we're not fully living today. Jesus said something so freeing in Matthew 6. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. I love that. Jesus wasn't telling us to ignore tomorrow. He was reminding us, don't borrow tomorrow's burdens today. Have you ever borrowed a burden? I sure have, and more times than I'd like to admit. Sometimes I've worried about conversations that haven't happened, situations that hadn't unfolded, problems that don't even exist yet. And you know what usually happened? God gave me the grace I needed when I needed it. Not 3 weeks early, not next Tuesday, right on time. That's because God doesn't promise us tomorrow's grace today. He promises today's grace for today. Isn't that comforting? Maybe that's why Lamentations tells us his mercies are new every morning. Not every month, not every year, every morning. Fresh grace, fresh mercy. Exactly what we need for that day. So as you begin this Friday, instead of carrying tomorrow on your shoulders, simply carry today's assignment, today's opportunities, today's blessings, today's conversations, today's act of obedience. Leave tomorrow to the God who's already there. And let me leave you with one little challenge for today. The next time you catch yourself saying, what if? Try replacing it with even if. Even if things don't go the way I planned, God is faithful. Even if I don't know all the answers, God is faithful. Even if I can't see what's ahead, God is faithful. Like, do you hear the difference? What if focuses on fear? Even if rests in faith. And I think that's a beautiful way to end our week together. Because peace isn't something we discover once life settles down. Peace is something we receive. One day, one prayer, one surrendered moment at a time. So wherever this Friday finds you, whether you're headed to work, caring for someone you love, walking through uncertainty, or simply enjoying a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, remember this: whatever comes next, you're not walking into it alone. God is already there and He's already making a way, because peace isn't found, it's received. Friends, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday as we begin a brand new series together. Until then, faith, life, leadership. 3 threads, one tapestry, one life.